20 Infinity.
96.7 The Beat, the Ace, Hip Hop and R&B. What's happening in the world? I am Moran, the man. You're tuned in to another edition of the 404 Spotlight. And I'm in the presence of Power Couple. Just out here taking over the world.
Let's go.
I'm going to let y'all introduce yourselves for the people who may not be familiar. Go ahead.
What's up, family? My name is J.J. Hairston.
And I am his beautiful wife, Trina Hairston.
Why didn't you say your wife is beautiful, bro? What's wrong with you?
Because I knew she was going to say it about herself. She's self-confident.
All good, all good. So y'all are here because y'all are promoting this new book that is, supposed to be helping people with life and relationships and all this cool jazz and all this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. So before we get into the book, let's get into y'all.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How did the two of y'all meet?
Oh, wow. We were teenagers, and his mom moved from New York and started attending my dad's church.
Oh, wow.
And there was this choir that we were a part of at the time.
Not we, she.
Well, yeah, I was a part of at the time, and he says that he joined the choir because he wanted to get with me.
That's what I did.
Wow. Congratulations. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Yes. Like, it's effects. Like, 9 times out of 10, when you go to church, there would be one fine girl in the choir, and he knew what he was doing.
That's what dudes come to church for.
Exactly. Right here. So, like, how did you approach her? Like, what did you do?
I sent her a baby-faced cassette tape.
Give it a chance.
I said,
so, like, what were you doing listening to Babyface in church, sir?
Well, come on now. We listen to other music. Church people do listen to other music besides gospel. You know that, right?
I'm asking.
I was thinking it would be something that she would like. I know she liked Babyface. I was cool with it. So I sent her the tape, and I gave her a little note, said, will you go with me? And
that's how go with me?
We were kids.
Okay.
13, 14 years old.
I was 14. She was 13 years old.
Yeah. Wow. So y'all been together since then?
Since like 14 and 13 years old.
The whole ride out.
No.
Well, we had some troubles because that's what the book is about.
Yes.
But we never officially split up. Like, we've always been together.
Wow. Yeah. Look at God.
So we dated, if you want to call that dating, 5 years, and we celebrate 25 years of marriage this year.
Congratulations.
Today.
Thank you. Today.
Ooh.
Yeah. Today's our 25th.
He's like, you didn't know that?
I just saying, like, you didn't call it beautiful to get another interview. You didn't know it was the 25th. Come on, man. Come on.
I know he's tired.
I'm tired.
Yeah, it's all good. Y'all been out ripping and running.
We good.
So how does it feel for y'all to be in this position to create something to help other couples?
Actually, it's really, really humbling, I think, because we did not know. At 13, 14 years old, even 18, 19, when we got married, we had no idea that we were headed down the path that we were. And then to be able to help someone else just by telling them our story is a real surreal experience. And it's also humbling, too. Yeah.
And the thing for us is, if we're able to say that all the stuff we had to go through is to help other people, then it makes it worth it. You know what I'm saying?
True.
It's not like we went through all those years and those times of bad season or whatever we went through. It wasn't for nothing. It was so it may help somebody else, and we can share what we learned in those bad seasons.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So on the topic of learning, what is something that your wife has taught you?
She taught me so many things. She taught me how to communicate effectively. Because there was things that I should say to her that I wouldn't say. It wasn't really about what I did say, because I've always been kind of careful about what I said, because I'm a child of abuse. My dad abused my mom when I was a kid. Right. And a lot of people, when they've seen abuse, they tend to be abusers. So I decided I wouldn't be. So much to the point where if I feel like our argument is getting a little escalated, I would just completely leave the room, wouldn't say nothing. As a matter of fact, I kind of shut down when we get upset, because I would rather be quiet than to say something I regret. So it wasn't about what I shouldn't say, but there were things I should say that I wouldn't say. Like in my head, I'm like, oh, she looks beautiful today. But what I would say out my mouth is, you ready? so I had to learn how to have effective communication, telling her the things that she needs to hear to help build her up, to help build her confidence. That's what she taught me by being my wife.
Absolutely. What is something that you learned from your husband?
I think he has taught me structure. I'm a little bit of a wild child.
Yeah.
Not really wild in the aspect where I do crazy things or whatever, but JJ he's a very goal-oriented person, but he's also detail-oriented. And I think that's where I missed it. Like, I'm goal-oriented, but sometimes I don't go back and check all the specifics and make sure everything is right or whatever. And he just brings so much structure to our family, period.
Wow.
So I think I needed that. I needed that balance to help me be the person I am today.
Remember that.
Yeah.
The next time I'm asking you to do something you don't want to do, like, remember, I bring structure.
Hey, it's on camera.
It's on camera.
So you actually have a very unique social media following yourself. You post from time to time videos just being very motivational and inspirational.
Yeah.
What made you want to start that as far as, really just being a presence on social media? Because you can literally wake up in the morning and watch one of your videos and start your day off that way.
Well, a friend of mine, actually from RCA, his name is Phil Thornton. Mm-hmm. He told me I was just posting flyers, like telling people where I was going to be to sing. It's like, people want to see more than that. Tell your story, be who you are. And I started to do that, and it's not like I do it every day, but when I do it, it's something it's something meaningful. Like talking about my family, talking about my kids, talking about my wife. Those are the things that mean something to me. It's not like, I don't want to ever post something just to get likes. I want to be able to be transparent and real. And when I say something, it's because it's really coming from my heart and I'm being authentic. So, and I think those are the things that people identify with the most. I could take a picture with Fantasia, like, oh, that's cool. But then I post something with me and my son, and it's like, it goes crazy.
Right.
So people want to hear what you're doing with your family. So I love to post that stuff.
Absolutely. And one thing I can say about the things that I've seen that you post, I feel like it's very relatable.
Yeah.
Anybody, of any life of spectrum, like, who doesn't want to see a good father?
Exactly.
Who doesn't want to see a
That's
good
true.
wife?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the thing was, for us, everything I'm learning about fatherhood, I learned on my own because my father wasn't present. And the best father I ever had was her dad.
Wow.
So I really didn't learn fatherhood in my home. So now everything I'm doing as far as being a husband and being a father is God teaching me and my wife teaching me and me just doing what I think is best. And it's been working out good. So praise God for that.
It's been working out very well.
Okay.
Congratulations.
There you go.
Congratulations. So this book.
Yeah.
Here we are. Talk to us about
yes.
this book. What can we expect from it? We're going to predict it's going to be a New York's bestseller. We're going to throw that out there. We're going to throw that out there,
Put it
y'all.
in the atmosphere.
Yes. Talk to us about this book. How did it come together?
The book actually just tells you about our life. We've been married 25 years, as you know, and with that comes a lot of stories.
Yes.
A lot of good times and a lot of terrible times. But we didn't give up.
Terrible. That felt
terrible. No, we had some terrible times, like really.
Okay.
But the grace in all that is that God preserved our marriage, because we could have easily, either one of us could have easily just filed for a divorce. I think it's easier to, in some aspects, it is easier to file for divorce than it is to stay in a marriage when it's broken. And we were graced to be able to stay in our marriage and learn each other. Learn ourselves individually first, because we were so young, we didn't even know who we were as individuals.
Right.
And then trying to figure out how to be married to someone and how to care about their likes and dislikes. And we reached a low place, but we don't leave you there in the book. We tell you exactly what we did to get through onto the other side. And now we act more like newlyweds than we did when we were first married.
So it's like a new spark for the book.
Yeah, definitely. And we believe in that. We believe in uprooting an old foundation and creating a new one. Like, there are a lot of people out there who don't want a divorce, but they're just getting pressure from the community of people around them, or, some people just feel like they don't have any other option, but there are other options. It's going to take a lot of soul searching. It's going to take a lot of work daily, but it's definitely worth it.
Absolutely. So y'all been together since y'all were teens,
kids. Yeah.
What are some new things about love that y'all are doing now in 2019 that y'all weren't doing back then?
I think we're like courting each other.
Okay.
Like, we don't do the whole baby booby, all that kind of stuff. We don't do all
I mean, I see the rings. I really don't have to. I really don't.
Great. But we actually court each other. We spend time with each other. Like, he travels a lot, and he goes to he's been to Nigeria like at least six times, somewhere in between there. And like, we'll FaceTime each other and fall asleep on the phone. Like, all the stuff that you used to do when you were kids that, made you like fall in puppy love with the person. We're actually doing those things now. So when I tell you that it's worth it to stay in your relationship, it really, really is. You can get that spark back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the example right now.
Yeah.
So, in closing, what is some advice that y'all could give to anybody that's just, trying to fix their love? They're trying to figure out how to bag the love of their life. They try to, do everything they need to do to just make sure they stay on the right path with their relationship. What is some advice that y'all can provide?
Trust, forgiveness, and communication. If you can work on those things, That's the foundation for any strong relationship and friendship. I think we confuse love with passion, and that's not what it is. And so people feel like once you don't feel passionate, you've fallen out of love. That's not the case. Then once you don't feel that passionate spark, that's when the friendship kicks in. So I gotta like you before I love you. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be able to be around you before I want to have a family with you. So learn to work on your friendship first. And then, like I said, trust is so important. You should be able to be in a different part of the world than your spouse and know that everything's good. If you don't, then that's a problem. Communication, know how to talk to each other. And, forgiveness, if you don't learn how to forgive, everything that hurt you in the past will never be able to be healed because you'll carry that weight everywhere you go.
Wow. Would you like to add on to that?
And just piggybacking off what he said, because for so long we have been teaching people, like, if something doesn't feel good, just get out of it. Like, even with your job, like, if you don't like your job, get a new one or go start your own company. All those things are great, but it doesn't teach you to stick with it. It doesn't teach the stick-to-itiveness like our parents and our grandparents used to have, where everything is not always based on your liking. There are going to be some things that you don't like, but you still have to commit to. And I think that not only will build your relationship, but it will build your character as an individual. I think that it'll help you stay more grounded if you're able to weather through even the bad feelings. If you're able to weather through that and stay in the relationship, I feel like it'll be worth it for you in the long run. If it's healthy. If it's not a healthy relationship and there's, like wear and tear where it's getting to your mental state, then maybe it's time to talk to someone. But if it's just like your everyday arguments and stuff like that, like, it doesn't always have to go your way.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yes. Beautiful gems from a beautiful couple. Can we see a movie like about y'all in the future?
I don't know about a movie. We don't have that much drama.
We're boring.
We really don't. We're like
Netflix series.
We're like the
Netflix
Cosby
series.
family.
Netflix series.
Dope, man.
Yeah.
Dope. I feel like y'all really shared a lot, and I feel like this is something that people really need to hear regarding love, especially black love.
That's
black
so
love.
important. It's so important.
Very, especially in our culture and our community.
Yes, sir.
Very important. So congratulations on this book.
Thank you.
Yes. Instagram, website, this book. Plug all that right now. Let everybody know how they can get in contact with y'all, etc.
Yeah.
Well, our marriage page is called Amazing. It's at Amazing Love Marriage
On
Instagram. And you can follow me on Instagram personally is at Trina Hairston.
And I'm at JJ Hairston. You can also go to our website, amazinglove.love, and you can order the book on Amazon right now. It's called A Miracle Marriage. Please go get it. I promise you'll be a blessing to you.
Take your word for it. I'm Moran the man. Thank y'all so much for checking in with me.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, y'all
Thank you for
are more
having
than
us,
welcome.
man.
Y'all are more than welcome. Shout out to my guy Vaughn. 96.7 The Beat. We out.